everyone and welcome back to my true crime channel. Today I want to discuss all of the many red flags that were raised from Candus Bly's interview regarding her missing daughter that premiered last night on the Interview Rooms channel here on YouTube. So it's really hard to know where to start. There was so much to take in from that interview, so many things that made me think that Candus was being deceptive, so many weird things that she came out with, so many contradictions to what the 15-year-old boy that was one of the last people to see Summer has said, Hunter, from his interview with the same ex-homicide detective. It's really hard to know where to begin, but all I'll say is there are many, many red flags flying for Candus Bly. So I've covered in one of my other videos, so I'll just mention it very quickly at the start of this one, that Candus let slip the very first line of the 911 call to the ex-homicide detective Chris in this interview last night. And it didn't start off with, my daughter is missing, my daughter Summer Wells is gone, my daughter Summer is missing. No, because Candus's priority, as far as I could hear, was herself. It was, I cannot find my daughter. No, I here, daughter here. No. That's not what we expect from a mother with a missing 5-year-old daughter. We expect daughter to be here, I to be over there. The priority is the daughter, not over there. Not me, the daughter. So for it to start off with the pronoun of I, not good. Not what we expect. We always expect the missing person to be foremost in the caller's mind, for them to be their priority, and not for themselves to be their priority. So that's red flag number 1. Probably shouldn't count them because there's so many, but we'll call it red flag number 2. Candus said something about when she called the 911 operator, and that she rang Don, or Donnie as she called him, first. And I have got it written down here just so I get it right. She says she called Donnie. She threw her phone, or threw my phone, down in the back of his pickup truck, or his pickup, ran over to my mum's and picked up her phone. And then she goes on to say something about AT&T, and I presume the mother's phone's got better reception, perhaps, to ring the emergency services. Bit weird. Don't really get that. First of all, if you can ring Donnie from your phone, why did you then need to throw the phone down to go and grab your mum, Summer's nan's or grandma's phone, to make the phone call from her phone, unless you'd lost signal on your phone to Donnie, as she calls him? Doesn't make sense. And if she threw her phone in the back of his pickup, what was his pickup doing there if he was at work? Very dodgy. So just going back to that quickly, I thought Don was at work. Why would his pickup be at home? Does he have more than one vehicle? Does he have a car and a pickup? If so, that might make sense. But why throw the phone down if you've just made a phone call to then go to your mum's phone to make the phone call from her phone? Not adding up that. There must be some rationale or reason behind that. Not sure what it is, other than to cover your tracks for something suspicious. So we'll call this red flag 3, and I won't keep calling them a number throughout the rest of my video, but there are so many red flags, it's hard to know where to start with number 3, but we'll just cover a plethora of them, shall we? So first of all, like I said, hard to know where to start, but basically Candus claims that Hunter contacted her to meet up that day and that she didn't contact him. So they're contradicting each other there. He says she contacted him, she says he contacted her. Who's being truthful? Hard to know. I'm still with Hunter, but I know you're not all going to agree with me, and that's fine. I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you agree with Candus? Do you agree with Hunter? Do you think they're both lying? Do you think only one's lying? Let me know why. I always love reading your comments, so pop them below. But am I confused? I mean, we have a website here in England called confused.com, and that's pretty much how I feel at the moment. So she rung him, he rung her. Who rung who? Then regarding the creeper on the property, Hunter claims that Don called Candus whilst in one of the stores that they visited and said that there was a creeper on the property. Candus outright denied that, said that Don did phone, but just to do a normal checkup, make sure she was okay. There was nothing about a creeper, so she completely denies that. Hunter says it's true. Who's telling the truth here? So Hunter claimed in his interview that Candus Bly had given him alcohol and a vape pen. Candus says that wasn't true, that he may have helped himself to some sort of drinks that they had there without her knowledge, and that she certainly didn't give him a vape pen. So their accounts differ there. Personally, I believe Hunter, not Candus, and I think she's just trying to cover her tracks there so that she doesn't look like a bad mother. Then there was the whole Jose, or it might be pronounced Jose. Apologies if I got that wrong. I think it is Jose, but in England we'd say Jose. Whoever this man was that was meant to be on the property, one day Don comes home, kicks off because he thinks Candace is having an affair. Candace claims this man was her friend's sort of partner or boyfriend or on-off bit on the side. Not really sure what was going on, but I definitely didn't buy her account of that. You know, the way she sort of, I can't even describe the word that I'm looking for, but that's the word I'm looking for. She was very coy about it. She very coyly told Chris about what happened, and none of it added up. It didn't make sense, and I personally do think that Candace might have had something going on with that man. That's why she fell out with a friend, because the friend perhaps liked the man, or who knows, perhaps the friend didn't like the man and was just annoyed that Candace was cheating on Don. I think that's more likely what's gone on there, but Candace seemed very confused, shall we say, as to why the friend fell out with her and that she couldn't get her head around it. But there's got to be a reason for it. People don't fall out for nothing. So I do believe Hunter's mother's story or account of that, and I don't believe Candace, I'm afraid. Then there's the whole, was Don at work? Was Don not at work? Hunter claims Don went to work. Candace claims Don went to work, but Candace doesn't claim the boys went to work with Don, their father, Summer's father. Hunter claims they went to work with him, but Candace openly admits that she left them alone from about 8 in the morning until I think it's somewhere between 2 and 3 in the afternoon. I know a lot of people think that's okay. I personally don't. I don't believe it's okay to leave a 12-year-old boy looking after his two younger brothers. Something that was interesting, and I don't know whether you noticed this, guys, when she was asked how old her eldest son is, she said, oh, he's 12, coming up 13. I think she said in September. Now, unless you're 12, you don't tend to say that. Do you all remember being 12 when you were asked how old you were next birthday? You went, oh, I'm nearly 13. Or if someone said to you, how old are you? You'd be like, almost 13. Because when you were younger, you always wanted to be older. Now we're getting old. We want to be younger, not older. But for a mother to be wishing her son older, very weird. And for a mother to round up her son's age didn't sit well with me. It was almost as if she was trying to say, oh, he's nearly 13. He's 13 in a couple of months, and then he'll be perfect to be a babysitter. I know she didn't say that, but that's what she was alluding. And even at 13, I don't think you're old enough to be a babysitter. I know different countries have different laws about what a minor is and what age a minor is and how old a babysitter can be, but living somewhere as remote as that, where I'm not sure how quickly they could run to a neighbour's house if there was an issue when left alone, it doesn't sit well with me at all that those boys were left on their own all day. It's not good. So there were so many things, and I'm just trying to think of them all off the top of my head. I probably should have made a list, but one of the other things was that Candace says that she doesn't really drink much, whereas Hunter and his mum claimed, or especially Hunter's mum, that she drinks at 5:30 every day. Now, obviously, it's not really any of our business whether she does or doesn't drink, but if she does drink a lot and she's got 3 children, it's not great. And it does make you wonder if her drug habits and her drinking problems are part of why the children have been taken away. It's hard to get your head around, really, isn't it? So then there's the milk bottles. Hunter claims that he put them in the back of the car of Candace's mum's car. I believe that they're in that day because there wasn't any room in the back for them. Candace then alluded that Summer feels the cold, and she said that she doesn't, not Summer, but that Candace doesn't like aircon and that she wouldn't have aircon on in the car. So, you know, Summer was probably cold when she came out from swimming. Candace said she'd got a change of clothes for her in the car. And I think some new clothes were bought on their trip out. So from the water hole or the place where they're swimming, the watering hole, to getting in the car, perhaps the coat was already in the car. Not certain what clothes were bought where, but the change of clothes is explained. But when she talks about getting Summer's swimming costume so that she had something light for the day, she used the word actually, and it didn't sit very well with me. Often, and not always, but often actually is used to emphasize something, especially when someone's being deceitful. I didn't feel that the swimming costume was done in the way that she said, and there's definitely something weird about that swimming outfit and when it was put on. So there were a lot of things there that weren't discussed that Hunter discussed. Now, I guess that Chris, the guy that did the interview, didn't want to quiz Candace on everything. She starts to clam up, goes into defensive mode. I've said in my other video, if you get time, watch that interview back with it on mute and look at Candace's body language. Starts off very open, wanting to talk, then becomes very defensive. very closed off. Interesting that something Chris said clearly pissed her off, in my opinion, and she clams up. She doesn't really want to talk to him anymore. But what was interesting is she agreed to let him go and look at her house, to let him look at the general area around the house. And if I'm not mistaken, that interview is going to drop on YouTube tonight. And I'm really looking forward to watching that and hearing what more we can learn from it. Well, anyway, guys, I just wanted to share my thoughts with you on last night's interview, the red flags that I saw. I know you're not all going to agree. If you disagree or you agree, please share your thoughts with me and pop your comments below. As always, I'll get back to you when I can, but I've loved discussing the case with you. I've loved seeing you discuss the case with each other within my comment section, and I've loved reading your comments on this case. It's really interesting to have other people's perspective. So many other people have come up with ideas that I haven't. So many people disagree with my thoughts, and I like to know why, and sometimes they have completely good and plausible reasons for not agreeing with my theories. Some other people have suggested theories I've never heard of. So please keep commenting, keep summer in your hearts, keep praying for the safe return of Summer Wells, and fingers crossed there's going to be a break in this case soon and Summer's going to be found safe. Well, anyway, guys, as always, I hope you're all well. I hope you're taking care of one another. I hope you're having a great day. And I'll be back very soon with another true crime video. Bye for now.